Good morning, it's day 16. We're at Franconia State Park today, and we're also going to go up Mount Washington on a rail train?
Railway.
A cog railway. Creature update, a little chipmunk. We're hoping to hike at Flume Gorge today. It's a hiking trail in this park, although it's far enough away you have to drive to it. Oh, interesting. Who's crossing? But this is a timed entry and paid trail, and we didn't pick a time or pay for it yet, so no guarantees. Good news, there's plenty of tickets still available, like 200 and something. So we probably won't have very many other people on the trail with us. The parking lot was also pretty empty, so we're in bear country.
Far.
And that is a trout pond, although I don't see any trouts.
How'd you know it was a trout pond?
Because I saw a sign on the other side. It says no fishing. What is going on with this boulder?
This boulder is appealing.
A covered bridge.
It's pretty cute. Very defined gorge up there. So this boardwalk here at the Flume Gorge is removed every fall and put back in the spring because in the wintertime ice forms on those walls there and can fall off and break things. So they have to take it out, or they'd have to replace all the wood every year.
This is quite spectacular. Really tall walls, a rushing creek, a boardwalk attached to the side. There's a waterfall up ahead. Section of the mountain has been broken out from underneath, and now it's here.
It's weird that the water comes off of this rock and not down the gorge like the rest of the way. It just pours off the top.
It's called Bear Cave. Hopefully there's no bear in it. A nice little overlook on this trail.
Breeze. We're up here.
Yeah. Also, apparently that pool is about 40 feet deep. And
We're
it's
about
got
90 feet up.
cliff walls on either side.
There's the bridge.
And there's another
Covered
covered bridge.
Funny enough, that bridge is built over a 5-foot pine tree that used to stand up there, and it fell over in a hurricane. And they built the bridge over it.
Wolf's Den.
Old in there.
I think we're gonna end up icky.
So this part of the wolf den, you have to drag your body through. You can't just get your knee up. It's too tight. I struggled for 2 minutes getting through here.
Oh, okay, that was so bad. I've got a shorter side than you have.
So this bridge here is built on that old pine tree that fell across the river. They've done some shoring up or something, but it's still there.
Fell in 1930 something?
Yeah, I think so, during a hurricane. So this is Mount Liberty, and it's named, or it's where the Flume Gorge kind of starts. Not the gorge, but the water. And they said it looks like George Washington lying in state, so dead. And if you look, you can see his forehead on the right, and his chin on the left, and his nose in the center. Get your finger out of the way.
So we drove a little ways from the Flume Gorge area into the basin parking lot. And now we're doing a little hike to see some different waterfalls. This is the basin. A bowl at the bottom.
Trying to figure out why the sound is coming from over there. Because it sounds ricocheting off the wall.
Yeah. Where the river diverges. Got the more amount of water and the less amount of water. This is absolutely crazy. Just a sheet of rock.
Check out this caterpillar. He's like the porcupine of caterpillars.
This is up the trail a little ways. So many tangled tree roots. And then a big chunk of rock with water going down it. Very pretty down there.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
What say you?
It's really pretty. We briefly entered into the White Mountain National Forest, but now we're back in parklands. Headed back to the van and we're gonna go to a ski museum. This park is a little bit weird because it's on two sides of the interstate. So if you want to get to a certain spot, sometimes you have to like overshoot it and then turn around and come back.
And it's like 6 miles long, so you have to drive to either end of the park and turn around.
Yeah. Thankfully, we've had to do that to get to our campsite last night. But I think all day today, we're gonna just travel one direction, and then the way we come back, we'll come back the other direction. And we won't have to do any weird turnarounds.
So straight ahead, there's a big old cliff face, and right on the edge of it, there used to be a face up high, and it's like New Hampshire's symbol, I guess. And they called it Old Man of the Mountain. And it stood there for, well, a very long time. In the 1800s, they found that it was starting to fall apart, so they secured it with cables and pins. And then in the early 2000s, it fell off the mountain. So New Hampshire's state symbol is laying in pieces at the bottom of the mountain.
The tram's coming in.
The other tram's probably already over the
edge.
false peak there.
Yeah. This is the first aerial passenger tramway in North America. These are some really old version of skis. Or at least remakes.
These are not remakes, these are originals. This has got the name of 2 of the club members from the 1930s.
Jeez. You kind of see the tram pulling out of the station, and then you can see those yellow wheels in the background spinning.
That's the haul road. It goes straight up and guides it. These must be the tensioning ropes that the the car sits on.
Wow, it really speeds up.
Counterweight, so all it's got to do is move the weight of the people,
Yeah.
and hopefully it's equal amounts of people on each side. So a lot better use of power than having like a ski lift where it comes down empty and goes up full.
These ski runs look absolutely crazy. This is an old highway bridge, but then it got moved over there. And it's over a nice little creek. And it's a really nice view.
There's the top station of the tram thing.
Oh yeah.
A couple lower ones here for intermediate beginners.
For people like me. That easy mountain peak in the distance might be Mount Washington. Mount Washington in all its glory. The world's first mountain climbing cog railway.
There's the cog railway backing into the station.
Here's a second one coming in. I didn't know there was multiple. Aaron's been wanting to go up a cog railway since we went out west.
I'm gonna go way up there.
They're so colorful. They're big steam engines back here.
A platform back here that I towed.
Attention please, 3 o'clock departures are now boarding. Please make your way out to the boarding platform.
Seats are currently slanted incorrectly, but that's because we're going to be going up the mountain.
I'm getting chucked off my seat as we speak.
Can't really tell, but we're off.
All the way to Mount Washington. Well, folks, it can all be traced back to This day, fire 2 remaining operational steam locomotives. Captain and Michigan 1 bay, and number 2 and number 9. Taking it down on. Here comes one by down.
It's super interesting that the track is floating above the ground. We're getting up here.
Alright, folks, here it comes on the right hand side of the train. It's that halfway house with that reflective window inside it. Next camera's ready for top of everything. It's the lakes and the clouds.
Past halfway now.
The oldest and most famous thing. Take a look up at the front of the train.
Level shot
You'll
right
notice
here.
that my feet are inside the doorway with you all today. We're buying our first horse with me.
Because they're so high up, we're so high off the ground right now, you walk over them.
He's incredibly angled.
There's a landmark for all the kiddos and wannabe.
Is that weird?
Just a little whack.
I'm so glad we didn't end up hiking this.
He
He said that this Arctic grass is only known for growing here. It's the rarest type of grass in the world.
Get a better angle if you like. Now again, if you would like to come up to the front coach, just please don't cross that line there. Just a moment. But we do have to go through our final switches.
It's really windy up here.
It was really cold when we came here, but it was still summer.
There's the top of Mount Washington. The highest wind ever recorded was recorded here.
So down at the bottom of the mountain, it was like 75, 80 degrees. And up here it's like 50, 55 and windy.
We're on a tiny section of the Appalachian Trail. Just not the whole thing. You can see the car road that we could have taken out. And then also the cog rail. There's a whole bunch of mountains. That way's north. distance. Apparently on a really clear day you can see it, mountains in Canada, but there's wildfires again up there, so it's a little hazy.
A little hazy.
Quite hazy.
Okay, there goes our train card down the mountain.
Don't worry, we're gonna ride a different one. These rocks are so shiny.
That building there is the Tip Top House. There used to be like a couple series of, I don't know, houses to take shelter up here. And the two earlier incarnations were, and then this is the last one that was built on the foundation of the old ones. So if you're hiking up here and you get caught in bad weather, I guess that's where you take shelter. Maybe. Not sure.
We're on the top of the mountain. It's pretty short compared to most towers, but the mountain gives it its height.
The summit here is all just big old paths. You have these cairns to guide you, and it's like not easy hiking, that's for sure. So we're on top of the mountain, and I can see the base station of the cog railway right there, quite far down.
It is quite beautiful. This direction is facing south.
That's Bobcat. Mountain Resort. So because of the strong winds, apparently they have to chain their building to the chain to put over the roof. So it doesn't flip over, blow away. Crazy.
The wind isn't as fast as we thought it was. It's about 30.5 miles per hour. This is the museum in the basement. It's pretty nice. Aaron read that you can see the Atlantic from here if it's a clear day. That would be crazy.
Apparently the furthest you can see is like 130 miles or something.
Wow. It was a fun ride. Oh, is that the actual point? Crazy.
Until the early 1900s, and he named it Among the Clouds. Now, wait a second. Weather shift were expected. So if you're
So our ride down took 40 minutes, but in the past, when the newspapers needed to be ran down to the side of the mountain, there were these things called slide boards, and the fastest ever time to the bottom was 2 minutes and 45 seconds, which is about 60 miles an hour. I don't think I would have wanted to do that.
So the sleeping chipmunk.
We were all the way up there.
This is the Mount Washington Hotel, and it's considered to be a grand hotel from the olden days. You can see Mount Washington right behind it.
There's only 5 of them left here. There was 30 something.
Yep, dying breed. Hopefully it doesn't burn down.
Our conductor told us that we're allowed to go into this hotel, even though we're not staying here. So that's what we're doing right now. They have restaurants, shops too, I think she said. We're gonna do a little exploring. This is quite fancy. This is the gold room. Our train conductor also told us that this is where modern banking got its world banking got its function.
There's American Soviet delegation.
became what it is because of things that happened in here. This might be as close as I come to seeing a moose. Can look out on the veranda. And they have the original piano here. This is an absolutely massive fireplace. This is Fabian's station. It's in an old train station. Tasty dinner. We're headed back to our campground for the night. Taking a little detour to drive around the bottom of the ski resort.
This is Cannon Mountain. They have the tramway up top. And then the normal lifts and runs down here. I don't think you can ski down the tramway area at all.
Doubt it. Looks too
It's
crazy.
really steep.
This is at least part of their base area. I think we found the rest of the resort. Or maybe it's a different one. We're not too sure. What was your favorite part about that day?
Well, I like going up the Cog Railway. That was cool. View from the top. Pretty hazy. But I also like the gorge. That was cool. It was gorgeous.
I think my favorite part was the Flume Gorge as well. I liked the boardwalk along the edge and learning about how they have to put it up and down. So appreciating that work that they do. And there's a lot of waterfalls and things that we were able to see in that area and also in other areas. The Cog Railway was also really cool, but I think I liked it